Hey friend, I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm going to be sharing some Christmas decor and I'm so excited. Christmas has arrived in the Fritz home, and if you've been following my channel the last couple of weeks, in my last video, I took down all my fall decor. I actually filmed that shortly after Halloween. And so I've taken several weeks to just simplify, declutter, organize, deep clean. And then this past weekend, I was like, okay, it's time. We got the tree up. I started pulling totes out, and I'm just really taking my time this year going room by room. So over the weekend, I did my entryway, my living room, and my office. And it already feels so festive in here, and I'm so excited to share some of the products and just some of the ideas with you guys today. And I hope that it's an encouragement that you can go slow, that you can decorate simply and still really create that feeling of Christmas in your home. Also, I just have to say this because the timing just feels so perfect this year. I no sooner started putting up ornaments on my tree on Sunday afternoon and it started to snow. We got our first snow of the season. The kids actually had a snow day yesterday. I could not believe it. So we were all cozy inside and made pancakes and stayed in pajamas and watched Home Alone. It just feels like Christmas time now that we have some snow on the ground, and it looks so beautiful. I have to show you guys, but all that to say, okay, get comfy, grab yourself a coffee or a hot drink, and yeah, let's take a look around. Before we go any farther, I kindly wanted to thank Skims for sponsoring today's video. You guys know I love the Christmas season. I love cozy season in general. And when I'm decorating for Christmas, I love to light the candles, turn on a classic Christmas movie, and get into comfortable pajamas. It's one of my favorite things to do during the holiday season. And I have been loving this soft lounge sleep set from Skims. It's ribbed and it is seriously my favorite pair of pajamas I think I've ever owned. I am typically a pajama set girly. I love a matching set, but I have a hard time finding, pants and a top that both feel comfortable, that aren't too hot, that aren't too cold. And let me tell you, the material, not only is it buttery soft, but it's the perfect weight. It's pants and a long sleeve so you don't get cold around the house, but it's light enough that when you sleep, you just sleep so comfortably. Because this pajama set just gives me all the warm fuzzies. It makes me feel so good, and I'm just so comfy around the house, in bed, wherever. I'm loving this set. So you can shop my favorite pajamas at skims.com/AmyF, and after you place your order, be sure to let them know that I sent you. You can select YouTube in the survey and then choose my name in the drop-down menu that follows. And if you're looking for the perfect gift for everyone on your list, the Skims holiday shop is now open at skims.com. And thanks again, Skims, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so this is what you see when you come through our front door. We have this large, sort of English country inspired entry table. It's from Pottery Barn, actually, but I have loved decorating it for the seasons. Up on the table, I have this vintage mirror just kind of hanging out here, and I've had this mirror for several years. At this point, I actually found it in the basement of an antique shop. It was very, very brassy, so I bought it. I rub and buffed it, and it's been mine ever since. And I love having funny, quirky stories like that. I love having pieces that tell a story and that make my home just feel more collected. But anyway, as far as decorating art, mirrors, any kind of large wall piece, adding a little sprig of greenery, whether it's fresh or faux, is such a simple way to add Christmas decor to your home. You can add ribbon to it, or you can just do greenery like I did here. This is faux greenery from the floral section at Hobby Lobby. They come in picks and they're very inexpensive, especially when they're on sale. So every year I try to buy at least 3 or 4 new picks, and that way I always have a lot to decorate with. And then this is a vessel I keep out year round, but I just swapped out the florals. Again, I added some faux greenery. These are actually juniper stems. They have little blue berries on them. And I think it came in a pack of 6 on Amazon for a really good price point. I don't know exactly what price, but I remember it being very affordable. I'll link that down below, as well as anything else you guys ask for. Definitely leave a comment if you have questions, but I'll try to remember to link as much as possible. But these juniper stems with the blueberries on them are so pretty. I actually decorated with a lot of blues this year, and so it's just kind of fun to have that incorporated in my decor in a really natural way. And then next to it, I have a antique candle company candle burning. This one is called Holiday Spice. It's nice and warm and spicy. It's so good. It's actually a really nice Thanksgiving to Christmas, kind of in between the seasons scent. It kind of works for either holiday. It's really, really nice. So you can see the berry stems closer up. They're kind of frosted too. They're really pretty. In the hurricane here, I did stick some pine cones. I try to incorporate lots of natural elements, lots of browns in my decor this year. But then on this side, just to balance out the table, I have some mercury glass trees. These came from Hobby Lobby. They're older, but I'm pretty sure they still have them. So I think they look really pretty in here. And then directly across from the entry table here in our entry space, we have a hall tree that my mom actually found at a Habitat for Humanity store. And we painted it, kind of redid it, added the hooks, and it's been a really fun piece in my home. But on the table here, I've got this cute little faux tree. I want to say it's from Hobby Lobby, but it might be from Target. I don't know, it's older. But I always add fairy lights to my mini trees, and as many other things as I can too. These fairy lights are great because they come in like a shorter length, and then you just put batteries in them. I got them on Amazon. I'll link them down below. They're great for little trees though. But my advice when it comes to decorating with mini trees is always put them in some kind of basket or vessel or crock or bowl. They'll just look so much more interesting versus just leaving them how they come. They usually come in kind of a cheap thing, but I just had this little basket and I thought it fit perfectly. Down below there, I've just got some vintage ornaments in a planter. And then here on this wall, I've got an entry bench, which you guys have seen before, but I added this wreath and it's kind of fun. The wreath itself was really cheap and old. It was just pine, really kind of chintzy looking, and I just went in with as much greenery as I had left over. I have some pine and some of that Hobby Lobby juniper and some other stuff, and I just kind of filled it as much as I could so it looks really full and fluffy, and I think it's really pretty. I also added the ribbon as well, and that's my other piece of advice. You don't have to leave a wreath how you found it when you bought it at the store. You can always zhuzh it up if you need to. I've also got some ice skates displayed. I love putting the ice skates out, and a basket full of some wood logs for the fire. I mean, they're not actually for our fire, but they're supposed to look like they are. So ever since I designed this home and we did the staircase this way, I pictured twinkly Christmas garlands on them. And last year not doing them, it was kind of like a bummer. So this year getting to do the garlands was so much fun. It's just so magical, especially at nighttime with that twinkly glow. Oh, it's so good. But these are just cedar garlands. They came pre-lit from Hobby Lobby. I talked about them in my Christmas decor haul. And what I did just to add more texture, kind of elevate the look of them, is I added really inexpensive, kind of chintzy looking eucalyptus garlands to them. They go a long way. You get a 2-pack of 6-foot garlands for around $10 on Amazon. Such a good way to like elevate any garland on a budget, but I think it just looks really good and adds a lot of interest. I also added these velvet bows to the end of the banisters, and then I did add some really pretty brass bells that actually came from Walmart. So really, really pretty look this year. I think it's simple, but it still makes a big impact. Okay, let's take a little look at the tree. I love our tree so much. It's a 12-foot tree, which is such a dream. We have really tall ceilings here in our great room. And this tree is from Costco, actually. And I love it so much because not only can you make it warm or colored or whatever light color you want, but it has a dimmer switch, so you can make the lights really, really bright or really, really dim depending on time of day. And it adds just that perfect twinkly glow. But as far as the tree itself this year, I have some new ornaments that I'm really excited about. I kind of still stuck with the browns, the natural elements, the pine cones. I ended up incorporating some more greens and blues, just a tiny bit, nothing crazy. I've got some really fun little bird ornaments. I have some really beautiful leaf ornaments. And then, you know, just kind of the staples in my tree to create lots of volume. I've got brown velvet poinsettias and big brown paper stars. I really, really love how it looks. And the sun has shifted a little bit. It's kind of a funny time of day, but let me just kind of walk you through our living room space. We have the tree here on the left side. And then let's take a look at the mantle and hearth area. Up close, it's that same cedar garland as the staircase. I wrapped it again in eucalyptus, but I also stuck juniper stems. These are from a floral. They're so beautiful and lifelike in. And then I made this dried orange garland. I actually made it last year, but I saved it and decided to add it to this garland. And I think it looks really pretty. I'm a sucker for oranges at Christmas. They're just nostalgic to me. And then let's see, up above we have our frame TV. So that's kind of unique. We did the garland underneath the mantle and I love how that looks. I have our stockings here. They're just kind of mixed and matched. These are from Target and then these white ones are from Hobby Lobby and they're just so cozy and add such a fun little knit texture to the space. And then up above on the mantle, I have assorted brass candlesticks with some brown bows tied on. But if there was one winter/Christmas decor item I would add every season, it would be these LED taper candles. They come with a remote, which is nice, and they add such a twinkly glow to the space. It's warm, it's cozy, they're perfect for this time of year. Down below, we've got a fire going, and I just have this gathering basket that I thrifted, and I just stuck a bunch of random greenery I had left over and some pine cones, and I think that looks really beautiful, and it was really easy to do. And then over on our secretary here, I displayed our little nativity. This is actually from Target from several years ago, but I think it's so simple and so beautiful. And then I have this thrifted copper pot, and I just stuck more of those juniper berries that I got on Amazon that kind of go with the entryway. So really, really simple, but I think pretty. And then I love the way the tree reflects in all the mirrors throughout my home too. Over here is my little office. I've got this wreath. I've had it for a few years now. I think it's from Hobby Lobby, but I think it's still in store. I feel like I saw it this year. It's really, really pretty. I love the greenery on it. And then I've got this little tree. This is one of the spots I would like to buy a pencil tree for here. And then, like I said, on the stairs on the landing. But I added lots of twinkly lights. So pretty. And then on my desk area here, I just have another tree that I stuck in a pot. I've got a little gold deer and then a sweet picture of the kiddos, just from Christmas picture a long time ago. And then I do have peppermint going in my Scentsy right now. So, oh, and how fun is this? Emma and I have been doing watercolors, and we got a Christmas watercolor book from Amazon, and it's been really fun. There's lots of different ones you can do, and it kind of gives you the step-by-step guide. So I'll link that too. We've really been enjoying that. So that's the other side, how the secretary looks. Down here I've got a sleepy puppy. She fits. We did more garlands, same as the stair banister. And they're not much to look at during the day, but at night they add such a twinkly glow. As far as my coffee table goes, I have this pine cone wreath. I actually got it from Amazon, and I just stuck a little hurricane and some Spanish moss, and I have a Christmas tree scented candle in that one, and it smells so good. So I have these blue pillows from Walmart. I believe they're still in store. They're kind of like a muslin material. But then I have these beautiful blue and brown wool pillows. These are from Etsy. They were definitely more of an investment, but they're so, so nice. And then I've got these beige knit pillows just to kind of tie it all together. And I kind of like the mix and match look this year. I think it's really cozy. So I haven't really decorated this side too much yet. The kitchen's still bare, but I wanted to share, I started working on this hearth side, and I think it looks really beautiful. I'm trying to decide if I want to add orange garlands to the garland or not, but I have this really sweet orange wreath. I need to still cut the cut the tag, but I bought it at like a little craft fair type situation, a holiday kind of craft thing that was downtown in my town. It was so cute. It would be so easy to make. You would just hot glue the oranges in a wreath pattern. I think that would be really, really easy, but love the green. And then I actually stuck green hydrangeas in this garland, and I'm really liking that. I did some pine cones. This is that Norfolk pine garland. It's really beautiful. It's very lifelike. This looks really pretty at night with these lights on, but I'm not done with this yet. Still playing with it, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek. Well, friend, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it was a blessing and encouragement, and that you felt like you just got all the cozy Christmas vibes. Remember that it's your home. You can decorate it however you like, and what matters is how it feels to you, to your loved ones, and the feelings of warmth, of togetherness, of everything that this holiday is supposed to bring. And I just know that we're gonna spend lots of time in this cozy living room all November, December, and into January. We get to turn on the Christmas lights at night and just sit in here, have a cozy fire, and enjoy these moments together, and I'm very grateful. So thank you for sharing this time with me today. Thanks for coming over and taking a look around my home. I hope it gave you some ideas for your own, and I'll see you really soon in the next one. Bye.